What did I want to be when I was growing up? I don't know, because like even now I'm like 27 and I make a living by DJing in nightclubs and talking on the radio. I still don't think I'm grown up yet. I don't know if I ever will grow up. You're on your way, you'll be here in 5 minutes, or you're on your way, you'll be here in half an hour. I mean, suppose for me growing up, I always knew I didn't want to do a normal, boring 9 to 5 in an office job. I just knew it wasn't going to suit me because school didn't really suit me. The only time I felt really comfortable in school is that I enjoyed school, and it was the only time I sort of ever really excelled in school was in art, where we were just given free rein. The audition went really well, and the original contract was for 7 weeks. And after 7 weeks, I kind of thought that was it. I thought, you know, I loved it. I loved every minute of it. And then about a week after I finished, I got a call by the producer himself to offer me basically an indefinite open-ended contract, which is just, I'll never forget that phone call. It was amazing. And that, you know, completely changed my life, because I was still in school at the time. And, you know, I was 13 or 14, and at that stage you don't know what you want to do with your life, really, you know, you want to be an astronaut. You don't know, like, really, you know, what life has to hold for you. And certainly the years that I was in the show, I was like 14 to 22, and they're like formative years in any, you know, young guy's life. You're going through puberty, you're like getting spots, your voice is breaking, you're dealing with all this anyway. And then on top of that, I had like essentially a full-time job, and it wasn't just like a job in like Tesco or something. It was a job where kind of sort of people knew you, and that's something that's still very strange. It's still very hard to kind of get your head around when complete strangers come over and like feel as if they know you. My character was really quite rough, you know, and he came from a troubled background. So growing up, like as I said, I started the show so young, like from 13, 14.
Of course I'm bleeding sure. I was 2 feet away from when he was pointing a gun in our face. Did you know it was Sylvester Garrigan?
Yeah.
And you didn't think you should mention that to me?
I wasn't an angry kid growing up, you know. I was happy out. I was working in television. I couldn't have been happier. So the only time that I was ever really angry and aggressive was in character. So then even now, even though it's 10 years on, if I get angry sometimes, like my accent goes like real dub, like the characters did, because growing up, the only time, like, there were certain words and expressions that came into my life through the character. So I spent nearly 9 years on national television in, you know, a soap opera. Like I'm hugely proud of that. It's, you know, it is a big accomplishment. But I did struggle for years with it. I would always shy away from it. I'd never talk about it or anything, because I don't know, like, so, you know, as well as you might be doing in your career, there's always people who love to take you down a notch. Having music all through the years, like I started DJing when I was 13. That was before I ever got into Fair City, and having music there to kind of express myself, because I can't sing and I'm an awful singer, but to be able to kind of get the buzz you get from DJing of that performance element with the music incorporated, it's something that has been an outlet, I think, for me, and it's been like not necessarily like an escape from the Fair City thing, but it's kind of nice to say be known for something that's not just Fair City, to be a DJ as well.
Texas is FM 104's It's Your Call.
Yeah, it is. You're picking every single song on the radio now at 9 o'clock this evening. How are you? Killian here. And so for me, growing up on set was actually one of the best things that could have ever happened to me. I took the opportunities anytime I'd had like a couple of hours off to spend time with the production crew and, you know, learn about lighting and learn what I could about you know, the sound engineers and learn even from the directors. And Fair City gave me, you know, having like 9 years of learning as I was doing it, gave me the tools that I use every day now, you know, whether it's with video production for myself, if I'm directing a music video or editing, or even if we're setting up a shot, if I'm shooting a documentary like this or something, you know, it's about the lighting, about the sound, and it taught me so much over the years. You know, when it comes to actually kind of growing up and being sensible, I don't know, I just don't think I was ever really meant to be that sensible. There's this ongoing joke that all my character ever said is 3 things. This is it. No. Yeah. It's got to go with a tut before everything. All teenagers. And then finally, Ma. And that was it.